Hi, welcome to this Excel tutorial video on customizing the ribbon and the quick access toolbar. This video was recorded in February 2021 using Excel 365. So Excel out of the box has a predetermined set of tabs here in the ribbon, and within each tab a predetermined set of options in particular groups. So this is the ribbon, and as we've gone through it before with the various tabs here, at the top left, just as a quick recap, this bit here in the top left is the quick access toolbar. By default we've got auto save, save, undo and redo. So let us, just because they're there out of the box doesn't mean that we can't customize things. So we can make these the quick access toolbar and the ribbon, we can personalize it and customize it to how we want it to be. So let us begin with an example of customizing the quick access toolbar. So to customize, if you go to File and go to Options, so to customize either area is in this Excel options box here. If we click on quick access toolbar, there are options here on the left hand side of what we can put there, what shortcuts we can have in our quick access toolbar, and on the right hand side is how it looks at the minute. So what I want to do is I want to add a save as option to my quick access toolbar. So it's in alphabetical order. If I just go down here to S, there's save as, we choose add, by default it will sit at the bottom, and we can use these up and down arrows to position it as we want it, and I want it to the right of the save button as it will be. So if I do that and click OK, we now have a new button here which is save as. Nice and simple, nice and easy. So now let's customize our ribbon. So first of all, I want a ribbon where we've got a bit of space. So the home ribbon, the insert ribbon, these are all very busy ribbons, not a lot of space. But if I go to the review ribbon, there's a little bit of a gap here, so let us utilize that. Again, File, Options, and now we select Customize Ribbon. On the right hand side we've got the tabs here, you can see them, and if I click on Review, looking at Review, there is Proofing, Accessibility, Insights, Language. You can see them all here, Proofing, Accessibility. So you can see that this here is within proofing. There are three options that mimic what we've seen on the ribbon, so that makes sense. On the left hand side of the options that we can choose, by default it selects the popular the popular commands. So the commands that kind of you'll have seen in other tabs. We also have a drop down here. We can say okay, not just the popular commands but all the commands, and there's loads of commands in Excel, loads and loads and loads of commands in here. Then another option here we can select is we can choose the main tabs or all tabs. So if we select all tabs, it will show us. In fact, let me select main tabs first of all. So main tabs are the tabs that we're seeing here at the top. If we select the tools tabs, these are the tabs that appear if we highlight a shape or a table or a pivot table or something that isn't generally in Excel, something that you insert. So if you dealing with queries, if you select a query, then the query tools menu appears, and this is where you can maintain those tabs as well. So let us just go back to the popular commands. So on the right hand side here, what I want to do is I want to add a new group within the review tab. So if I select a new group, we get a new group at the bottom here. I want to rename it, and I'm going to call it print or printing. Now by default it has custom in brackets here, but you don't see that when you're actually looking at the ribbon itself. So there's that, that's ideal. Now if I just try and find the options I want, and I want to put quick print, so I like that, and I want to put print preview, and then I click OK. So now we have printing, and we have these two new options that we've selected. And then if I think actually no, I don't want that, I've made a mistake. If we go back to File and we go back to Options and we go to Customize ribbon, and we find our printing, and we can see that it is custom because it's customized because it's got that. We can simply remove it, and it's gone. Now this workbook that you can see on screen is a workbook that I used for a macro demonstration. So I do have some macros in this workbook. So if I click on File and I go to Options and click on Customize ribbon, I'm now going to, instead of amend an existing tab, I'm going to create a new tab. There's my new tab there. I want it at the bottom, so I'll just move that down. I'll rename it. I'm going to call it macros. And within here, there is an option for macros, and there are my macros. So now that I'm in there, I'll click on here, and I'll choose to add. Excuse me. Sorry, yes, it needs to be in a group, so I've got a group there, so I'm going to rename that group to be macros also. Now, so there's my green, purple, italic, I'll add my orange, and I'll add my yellow. I can now choose, so they've got by default these symbols, these macro symbols here, so if I choose to rename, I can rename, but also I can change the icon. So I'm going to make that green. I'll find an orange. And I'll find a yellow. So there's lots in here. Click OK. I click OK. Now we have a new tab. And if I click on that tab, we have 3 new, not very pleasant looking buttons. And if I click on this one and I press that, it works. So those buttons are running my macros that I created. And that's how we customize the ribbon and the quick access toolbar. That's the end of this video. I hope you found it helpful.